Travis Kelce, one of the biggest names in the NFL and half of the most high-profile celebrity couple on the planet, found himself at the center of a firestorm during the Kansas City Chiefs season opener against the Los Angeles Chargers in São Paulo, Brazil. What should have been a routine early-season AFC West showdown exploded into chaos when Kelce was slapped in the face by Chargers defensive tackle Teair Tart, sparking outrage, debate, and a social media frenzy that has carried far beyond the football field. This was not just a game, it became a spectacle filled with drama, controversy, and unforgettable moments that fans are still buzzing about. The incident unfolded in the third quarter, with the Chiefs trailing and looking for momentum. After a 2-yard run by Kareem Hunt, emotions boiled over. Kelce shoved Teair Tart after the whistle, showing the physical edge he's known for when the game gets tight. But Tart's reaction took things to a shocking level. With a blatant open-hand slap across Kelce's helmet, Tart turned a heated play into one of the most replayed moments of the night. The referees wasted no time throwing a flag for unnecessary roughness, but the bigger controversy was what didn't happen. Tart was penalized, but he wasn't ejected. That decision left fans and analysts stunned, because in years past, players have been tossed from games for far less violent confrontations. Kelce's immediate reaction told the story. He raised his hands, looking wide-eyed at the officials, seemingly asking how a slap to the face in plain view of the cameras could warrant just a penalty and not a disqualification. The broadcast booth tried to clarify, with NFL rules experts pointing out the key difference. An open-hand slap is not considered as severe as a closed-fist punch under league rules. But that explanation did little to calm the outrage bubbling among Chiefs fans, who felt their superstar had been disrespected on a global stage. The timing of this clash made it even more explosive. Just days earlier, on August 26th, Kelce and Taylor Swift had publicly announced their engagement, a cultural moment that dominated headlines worldwide. The spotlight on Kelce was brighter than ever, and now here he was, smacked across the face on international television during one of the most anticipated NFL season openers in years. Swifties, already fiercely protective of their idol and her fiancé, wasted no time flooding social media. Their messages were filled with anger and fury, warning Teair Tart that karma would catch up with him. Some wrote, "Never touch Travis Kelce like that again, that was low," while others directly tied the slap to Taylor Swift's own lyrics, saying things like, "He's about to find out what karma really is." The overlap of sports and pop culture created a perfect storm, making this one of the rare NFL moments that transcended the game itself. On the field, however, Kelce channeled the slap into fuel. Moments after the penalty, Patrick Mahomes scrambled 11 yards into the end zone for a touchdown, turning what could have been a distraction into momentum for Kansas City. Later in the fourth quarter, Kelce reminded everyone why he's one of the greatest tight ends in NFL history, hauling in a 37-yard touchdown. His celebration was nothing short of theatrical, a bullhorn dance followed by a synchronized routine with teammates before Mahomes joined in. It was as if Kelce was sending a message that no slap, no insult, and no controversy could keep him down. But in the end, the Chargers got the last word. Despite Kansas City's rally, Los Angeles pulled off a stunning 27-21 upset, snapping a 7-game losing streak to the Chiefs. For a Chargers team often criticized for falling short in big moments, this was a statement win. And for Teair Tart, the villain of the night, it was a moment that cemented his name in NFL drama history. To make matters worse for Kelce, the slap wasn't the only flashpoint of his night. He clashed with rookie teammate Xavier Worthy earlier in the game after a brutal on-field collision and was later seen headbutting offensive lineman Jawaan Taylor on the sideline during a heated exchange. Some fans praised his fiery leadership, saying he was holding teammates accountable. Others criticized him, labeling the behavior as reckless and unsportsmanlike. As if things weren't dramatic enough, Teair Tart poured gasoline on the fire after the game with a social media post that instantly went viral. He shared a clip from Dave Chappelle's famous "What Did the Five Fingers Say to the Face?" skit, paired with the caption, "I'm too swift with it even in Brazil." The jab was impossible to miss, a direct play on Taylor Swift's name. That move sent Swift's fanbase into overdrive. Thousands of comments swarmed Tart's account, with Swifties vowing to protect Travis at all costs. The narrative shifted from just a football feud to a full-blown pop culture battle, with Tart being cast as the villain not only against the Chiefs but also against one of the most passionate fan bases in the world. The engagement of Kelce and Swift has already made them America's royal couple of sports and music, and now every interaction on the field involving Kelce comes with added scrutiny. Swift wasn't at the Brazil game, reportedly due to security concerns, but fans speculated how she must have felt watching her fiancé take that slap. Many joked that Swift would immortalize the moment in a future song, turning a sports controversy into lyrical revenge. What makes this story so compelling is how layered it is. On one hand, you have the sports angle, a shocking slap, a questionable officiating decision, and an upset loss for the reigning Super Bowl champions. On the other hand, you have the celebrity drama, Travis Kelce, newly engaged to Taylor Swift, being mocked with a not-so-subtle reference to his fiancée. Then, you have the fan reaction, NFL diehards debating rule interpretations, while Swifties wage an all-out online war. Rarely does a single NFL play carry this much cultural weight. Even beyond the slap, Kelce's night highlighted the intense scrutiny he now lives under. Every celebration, every sideline interaction, every burst of emotion is magnified. When he celebrated his touchdown, fans debated whether his dance was a nod to Swift. When he confronted Jawan Taylor, some questioned if his leadership style was becoming too aggressive. This is the reality of being a global superstar. Everything becomes a headline. For the Chargers, this was a dream start to their season, but the narrative still centered on Teair Tart and his decision to slap one of the NFL's biggest stars. For the Chiefs, the loss was a bitter pill, but Kelce's resilience, even in the face of humiliation, reinforced his reputation as a competitor who thrives under pressure. And for the fans, this was entertainment at its finest. Sports colliding with celebrity culture in a way that ensures people will be talking about this moment for weeks to come. At the end of the day, Travis Kelce turned a slap into a statement. But the larger story isn't going away anytime soon. Between the officiating debates, Tart's trolling, the Swiftie backlash, and Kansas City's loss, this game may be remembered less for the final score and more for the slap heard around the world. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.